Claressa Shields just dropped a full-blown state of emergency on every content creator talking about her. Like what? This is wild. Freedom of speech suddenly don't count anymore? It's got the whole internet shaking its head in disbelief. But listen, Claressa Shields, people have come for you before, and plenty have disappeared after. You should know by now that this kind of storm don't last forever. I don't know who's whispering in your ear or hyping you up right now. Maybe it's that so-called crisis manager you hired. Yeah, the same one who used to mess around with Antonio Gates. If that's the one advising you, girl, you better check that playbook again. Let me keep it real. This ain't my first rodeo. I've seen all kinds of drama, and trust me, you ain't built like the ones who really handle it under pressure. You say you want to silence creators, but deep down, it looks like you're trying to be one. You don't just want to box anymore, you want that influencer money, those $50,000 content creator checks, and all the spotlight that comes with it. Admit it, that's what you're chasing now. That's why every single day, Claressa Shields hops online doing wild little dances and random skits that make people stop and stare, like what is even going on? But let's get back to this head video mess, because this part right here is important. The First Amendment exists for a reason. People have the right to speak, react, and give opinions, especially when it's you putting everything out there for the world to see. Now, Claressa, you said you wanted all that buzz, the clout, the spotlight, the hype, the attention. Well, this is how you get it. You post it and folks react to it. That's literally how the internet works. You can't get mad when a reflection you're putting out ain't looking too good. That's not on us, that's on you. Look, you got your whole family online, cussing, talking wild, airing private stuff like it's entertainment. You keep jumping from one man to another, like with Tony, and posting all these clips that got everybody talking. Nobody else made those videos. They came straight from your own social media. You're out here running polls about who cooks best or who's the best kid, dragging everyone into the chaos. And somehow, Pap got roped into this circus too. You can literally see him upstairs looking done with all of it. Man's energy says it all. You can tell how he moves, like he's just trying to stay out the drama, but it keeps finding him anyway. See, this whole situation right here, this ain't how Pap used to move when he was with Remy. Back then, he wasn't chasing cameras or trying to live in a spotlight like this. You can tell the vibe's totally different now. Claressa, it's like you crave that fame, that influencer glow, those millions of views. But the second somebody says something that ain't flattering, you lose it. You only want people to praise you, but that's not how this game works. You can't demand fame and then try to control the narrative. It don't go both ways. And everybody saw it. When you went on that big press run, nobody could even ask a tough question. Everything had to be sugar-coated, and that's not real life. You can't silence the whole internet just because it makes you uncomfortable. Now you out here trying to flag people's pages and shut down channels just because they don't agree with you. Come on, that's not strength, that's fear dressed up as power. And what's even wilder is you parading around with a married man like the world forgot that Papoose is still married. Why you think Pap keeps quiet? Why you think Remy keeps quiet? Because they don't need all this chaos. They move in silence, not on live streams. Every time Pap goes back to New York to check on his daughter, you jump online acting like it's a betrayal. You go off just like your sister, the same behavior you judge her for. You say she wants attention, but the second you feel left out, you do the exact same thing. It's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself. Claressa Shields, you say this lifestyle is what you wanted, but did you ever stop to think if it's actually worth all the mess that comes with it? This is exactly what comes with the territory, Claressa. This is what you're gonna get, especially from my platform. You wanted the buzz, right? You wanted to go viral, have everyone talking about you every day, right? But now it looks like that's only cool when the talk is flattering. The moment someone shines a light on the parts you don't like, suddenly it's a problem. You only want people speaking on you if it makes you look good, but that's not real life. See, I'm not the type to sugarcoat for clout. There's nothing cute or empowering about running around town with a married man, especially one that ain't yours. Go find your own lane and your own relationship. Tony wasn't your man either. Everybody saw how that situation went down. You knew what it was, and now you want to act surprised when people call it out. If your plan is to start striking people's channels, getting them kicked off platforms just because they calling out your messy behavior, go ahead, you won't stop nothing. People will just switch up, move to Rumble, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. The conversation won't die, it'll just move somewhere else. But let's talk about the real audacity here, thinking you can hop online and play judge and jury like you're untouchable. Claressa Shields, you're not above the people who built you up. You're a woman from Flint who made it big in a sport that was still growing, and that's something to be proud of. But let's not twist it. You didn't build the game alone, and you're not the only one shining in it. And this whole GWAT thing, calling yourself the greatest woman of all time? Girl, slow down. The real greats don't have to keep reminding people who they are. Their actions do the talking. A true champion stands on her own 2 feet, with her own man, her own respect, and her own legacy. If you really want to wear that crown, you gotta move like it, not just post like it. Let's be real. No disrespect to Pap, but you really out here taking someone else's man who wasn't even doing much in the public eye lately? Like, come on. The only reason Pap's even trending right now is because of you. And the wild part? The only reason you still trending Claressa Shields is because of Remy Ma. Let's not twist the facts. Pap downgraded, no question about it. You might have upgraded from Tony, but Pap, yeah, he definitely took a step down. And before anybody tries to argue, let's break it down. Remy Ma's a straight-up icon, millions upon millions of followers, real respect in the culture, and she don't even gotta try hard to shine. When Remy gets dressed, when she steps out, it's pure confidence and effortless style. She's solidified. Claressa Shields, on the other hand, still fighting for validation, chasing that attention online like it'll fill some kind of void. You came from Flint, Michigan, no doubt. A tough story, a fighter's past, and that's something people respected. But now, you're moving like you forgot what grounded you in the first place. You're pretending to live this luxury life, flexing about millions and signing bonuses, talking about $8 million like it's sitting in the bank when the receipts don't add up. And the kicker? When you showed up at your press conference for that fight with Cruz, the whole act started to slip. Folks saw through it. The attitude, the fake smiles, the forced confidence. It all looked like someone trying too hard to keep the illusion alive. If you really had it like that, you wouldn't have to prove it every time the cameras turn on. At that press conference, Claressa flat out admitted she only got $2 million, not the $8 million she was bragging about. And then her wild, overly loyal fans jumped in the comments trying to spin it, saying, oh, she's gonna get the rest later. Nah, stop the cap. She clearly said she had 3 now. The story keeps changing and people are starting to notice. Here's the thing, I could boost you, Claressa Shields, and push your name to the level you clearly crave, but not if it means destroying my own credibility in the process. I'm not about to make myself look foolish just to feed your ego. You do your thing in the boxing ring, and I'll do mine behind this mic. We got different hustles. You punch for a living. I create content for one. So why you out here trying to shut down creators who simply talk about what you post? You're a public figure. People are gonna talk. If you don't like what's being said, change the story you're giving them. That's how you take control, not by silencing everybody. And let's keep it 100. You're a boxer who struggles to deliver real knockouts. It's not hate, it's facts. You've got technique, but you don't bring that raw power the fans expect from a true champ. You're not on Layla Ali's level, not matching Alicia Baumgartner's energy, and definitely avoiding Sheila Green like she's a problem you don't want to face. Instead, you're out here picking fights with opponents who barely have a few Instagram followers. Come on, Claressa, you can't demand greatness if you're scared to stand toe-to-toe with the real competition.
When Cruz posts something online, her engagement barely hits 3 or 4 comments. Like, that's it. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields is supposed to be the face of a major promotion deal, yet it's giving broke energy. She's signed with Salida Promotions, but from the looks of it, they can't even keep her name trending the right way. They're out here doing everything but promoting her career properly. And then there's this Win Records label she's linked to. Never even heard of them until her name popped up. It's like they just appeared out of nowhere, trying to look official, but with no real push behind the scenes. It's almost embarrassing for someone who calls herself the GOAT to be tied to teams that can't keep her brand alive. Promotions are supposed to elevate you, not leave you hustling on social media for attention. You can have all the belts in the world, but if your marketing squad can't back it up, it's wasted potential. Claressa should be headlining big arenas and trending for her wins, not for online drama that overshadows her skills. And to the content creators out there, be careful. If you report on Claressa Shields, just know you might be walking into a storm. She's been going after anyone who speaks on her name, trying to silence criticism like it's some kind of crime. You might need a backup page or 2 just to keep your content safe, because once she starts flagging, it's game on. Word on the street is she's now teamed up with that one hood chunk who used to bash her but suddenly flipped and became her biggest fan. He's the same one who was out here flagging channels before, so if the rumors are true, he's probably helping Claressa go after creators now too. It's messy, it's petty, and it's exactly the kind of energy that keeps people talking non-stop. Let me know how you feel about all this, because this situation with Claressa Shields just keeps getting crazier by the day. The drama's not slowing down anytime soon, and you already know we'll be breaking it all down live. Nothing filtered, nothing sugarcoated. Every new move she makes just adds another twist to the story, and I want to hear exactly what you think about it. Drop your thoughts below because the comment section is about to be lit. We've got a live stream coming up where we're diving even deeper into this whole saga, from the messy partnerships to the flagging drama, the PR chaos, and everything Claressa's trying to control behind the scenes. So if you've got opinions, receipts, or just pure reactions, bring them to the live chat. We're gonna dissect it all, piece by piece, and see what's really going on behind the curtain. And real talk, I appreciate every single one of you who took the time to tune in and watch. Time is one thing we can't get back, and the fact that you spent yours here means everything. We built this community on keeping it honest and calling things like they are, no matter who gets uncomfortable about it. That's what keeps the Skinny Gang strong. Real talk, real people, real opinions. So before you dip out, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you never miss a drop. Share this video with your crew, and let's keep this conversation rolling. The comment section is where the real debate happens.